Hello everyone, this is MTF8, and this is Kerbal Space Program. So, coming off of our successful lunar visit in our last episode, I'm playing around with a bunch of new parts, and I'm trying to make a stage that will get a probe into orbit. I decided I was going to create a science probe and try to land that probe on the moon so I can do science. It's the plan anyway. Man, oh man, getting these things on are tricky. Come on, work with me here. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, we're a little crooked, but whatever. So there's the good space probe there, full of sciencey goodness, packing batteries wherever I can pack them, and floating a ooze sample right on the head of that thing. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm making sure my staging's right. Yeah, my staging's all kind of screwy. I decide that it can't hurt to add more batteries. Yeah, I can squeeze some batteries in here. Yeah, right there. Okay, that's enough for the batteries. Let's level this thing out. We don't necessarily need vectoring engines. Let's just go for raw power. And we're a little wibbly wobbly, but let's launch this puppy. Things so far so good. Whoa! Launch those things a little too quick. That's okay though. They're out of our way now. There was a maneuver of skill there, launching those early. So, once again, heading for our routine orbit here. Already burned through our stage to get us up into out of the atmosphere. Pretty sure I still have one more stage to get me to the moon. This might be a good place to attempt to correct my my pitch to the target. I believe that's the correct term. I'm not quite sure on that. Please don't quote me on that. Come on, moon, where are ya? Ooh, that's getting close. Ooh, yeah, that's looking good. Whoa. Where's that mark? There it is. This craft's a little wobbly. Come on, let's get to our mark. There we go. Alright, hit our mark. Go ahead and roll on. Because we're going to the moon. At this point in time, I think I realized that my trajectory is taking me into the side of the moon. And that's bad. So, one of the other things I'm noticing in this video is that perhaps I'm attempting to encounter the moon in the wrong manner. It appears as though I'm effectively doing a slingshot maneuver around the moon, and it would seem that that's extra inertia that I have to somehow compensate for. Oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out, well, how can I make sure my batteries don't drain from the lander? Oh, I guess I can't. There might be a way. I might be able to perhaps lock out all of that stuff. Have a lot of trouble with the camera there. That's funny, this stage has wings on it. These wings really do nothing for me in space. And hooray, the moon! There you go, bring that orbit down. Yeah, sure, 20k, 35k orbit? Sure, that looks good. Come here, moon. I want to land on you. Whoa! Gotta be really careful with that time warp. Alright, so it's not a perfect orbit, but it is an orbit around the moon. And that's pretty darn good. So I decide there's no need to mince words. I'm going to try to land in one of these big craters here. I don't know why I want to land in a crater. Just seemed like an appropriate target. I mean, the potential for science there would seem to be good. That's what I meant to say. So we're just playing with our orbit a little bit here while we have this big stage. Go ahead and drop the stage, do a landing gear check. So I'm gonna let that stage that brought us to the moon crash into the side of that hill over there. Side of the crater, I guess, is really what it is. So again, I'm not quite sure, really what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm like, okay, alright, I can see now I'm going to be burning against my trajectory. That makes sense. I'm going to slow down my speed. Ooh, there goes that stage. That stage is gone. 10 kilometers? Yeah, whatever. So, I kind of see that my trajectory is going to maybe take me into the middle of a crater. That sounds good. It would be logical to think that landing in the middle of a crater it would be flattest, because it's the middle of the crater. It should technically be flat and level, especially if it's a big crater. So, using a little bit of fuel, a lot of RCS to kind of slow my trajectory down. Come on, just land on the moon. Just land on the moon. We're moving. Oh geez, I'm having a hard time here. Okay, let's just carefully. That's right. Just tease it in. Tease it in. Whoop, that ground's coming quick, and oh crap, now we're moving fast on it. Come on, let's use some RCS thrusters here, and oh dear, what's going on? Cut engines, we want to land, oh geez, okay. Landing gear down. Let's, breakdancing. Yeah, that's it. I always see these breakdancers do this move where they twirl around and then pop up on their legs. We can do that. Yeah. Alright. Save and face. There we go. Perfect landing. Oh, it was such a horrible landing. But hey, it's my first landing on the moon, and nothing broke. I consider that a success. Not optimal, but definitely a success. And hey, look at that! 100 science points. Excellent. 40 science points. Excellent. I keep forgetting the scientific value of data does not necessarily directly translate into a scient point number. So really what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to manage my electrical use, trying to maximize gaining points with the power I have on the craft. I'm going to want to leave a little bit on the craft to ensure that I have maneuvering. Because what I would really like to do is, now that we have this craft, is I would like to get it home. I have no idea whether or not I have enough fuel to do that. And that's one of the main reasons why this was an unmanned mission. Because I was pretty sure it was going to be a one-way trip. So, we keep doing some science. Look at those science points rolling in. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I'm keeping a sharp eye on my electrical use there. I'm like, okay, we don't... Got about a third of our power left. Let's just keep this data right here, because it seems very valuable. And if we can get back home, that'll be great. Okay. So at this point, I really wasn't paying too close attention to the direction that I was going. I'm like, yeah, Kerbin's over there. Let's just throttle up and get home. Yeah, it's as simple as that. It's no big deal. It's just what you do. So I'm like, alright, let's go home. So, I go ahead and throttle up at about a 45-degree angle, because that seems to be the appropriate thing to do. It gives me forward velocity and altitude, and that seems to be the two magical ingredients to get in orbit. So as I'm doing this, though, I'm all like, come on, stay on target. Come on, you gotta stay on target here. There we go. Oh, crap, we're out of juice. Alright, where are we going? Where are we getting? Whoa, I'm all disoriented. That's because I'm on a polar orbit. I am not on an equatorial orbit. I am in a polar orbit. Because I'm a noob. So at this point in time, I'm trying to decide what the best thing to do here is. I'm like, well, okay, I'm up in the air, but maybe I'll just land on the ground again. No, I'm definitely not going to have enough thrust to do that. Yeah, that's just not going to work out. So I'm like, come on, slow down! Slow down, please! And it's just not gonna stop. So at this point I'm like, okay, well, I don't really want to crash this thing. So instead, let's just see if we can get into an orbit. Because if it's gonna crash, it's gonna crash. There's nothing we can do about that. That's why it's an unmanned probe. But what the heck, let's just go ahead and use up the rest of our propellant and see what this thing can do. Looking pretty good there. Looking pretty darn good there, actually. And I think with that, we have actually got an orbit. Albeit a incredibly crude one, but an orbit nonetheless. So good deal. With that, it's like, well, alright, if we're just gonna be a probe up here, let's burn the rest of our electricity and get more science! Oh, we were throttled up. So we're gonna go ahead and throttle down. Come check out how many points we got. Hey, look at that! Got ourselves another cool 150 plus points. Good deal. So this is what I picked last time. Gave us some RCS thrusters, seemed good. So after a long decision, the choice was obvious. I need solar panels. Enough with this battery stuff. Solar panels. That should help a lot. So we get it, and then check out the new stuff.